Hey, what's up guys, it's Scarce here, and today I have another video, and this one is one that was highly requested from quite a few fans. I think I get this like every other day, this same exact question, and I finally decided to make a commentary on it. Why did teams leave out groups like PS3 players and even throwing knife trick shotters, or really anyone else? Because I think almost every team has left out someone. Some teams don't have trick shotting teams, some teams don't have sniping teams, and quite a few people I've been talking to lately have told me the reasons why. So I decided to make a video on it. So basically, before I say anything, I completely support teams having PS3 teams and all that other stuff, and even throwing knife trick shotters. It's just I personally cannot persuade these leaders to recruit them because it's their team. I don't really want to butt into it that much, but I definitely think that these teams should have these certain groups of people in them, because it would bring more of a variety of subscribers, and it would give something different for a change to that team. Like, I really think that a lot of times episodes can get boring, and just the regular sniping and trick shotting episodes on the team channel can get a little boring. Maybe bring throwing knife trick shotting in there or something like that. There's just so many other possibilities that you could honestly bring to your team that would help it out, and I think a lot more leaders should take advantage of this. I know Sway took advantage of it. I know Obey took advantage of this when we recruited Refuses, and he's the only PS3 player right now, but we're definitely looking towards having more PS3 players in Obey. So if you're a PS3 player watching this, remember that Obey is never going to be closed to just one PS3 trick shotter. Me and Formula have been talking about this for a while. We just want to keep Refuses in right now, and then maybe we'll recruit other people later on. So besides that, I want to say that teams usually think that they're doing very well already, and they think that if they recruit other people, they're going to kind of fuck them up, because you have to understand that there's a lot of subscribers of these big teams, especially teams like FaZe and Soar and even Obey. There's a lot of people who just are Xbox fanboys from heart, and they fucking hate anyone who comes in and has a PS3, because first off, especially if you're a member of the team, you're not going to interact with them as much as you would with Xbox players, because you don't have the same consoles then. You know, maybe you have an extra PS3 laying around, but you're not going to even be playing that to hit clips. So what's the point of interacting with them? What's the point of becoming friends with them? Like, I know a lot of people in Obey are friends with Refuses, but they're not, like, you know, obviously PS3 friends with them, because they don't play the PS3. So it's hard to even, like, want them in your team if you can't actually be friends with them, you can't actually talk to them that much, and a lot of people just aren't very familiar with it in itself. Like, a lot of leaders don't have PS3s. You know, I only know a few leaders that actually do have a Xbox and a PS3, and that's it. Like, I don't know any leaders who just have a PS3. Even some of the leaders of big PS3 clans out there have an Xbox as well. So it's kind of hard to think, like, how can I recruit these people when I don't even have the console that they're playing, and I can't even talk to them on that console? And it is something very hard to think about, especially throwing knife trick shotting. Like SB, I think it would be a lot easier for them to recruit another throwing knife trick shotter or another throwing knife player, because of Blaziken, basically. And Obey, it's going to be harder for us because we don't actually throw a knife trick shot. We don't actually kill feed with throwing knives. Like, we don't do that stuff. So it's hard for us to recruit any throwing knife trick shotters. And a lot of people have been asking me lately, why does Obey not have a full graphics team? Why do we only have Ruby and Rated? And now that Rated has left, we only have one. So we just have Ruby, who's a graphics member in the team. Well, to be honest, we would recruit a full graphics team, but we get so much graphics from the community, we get so much designs from the community, that we don't really need to recruit an entire team for it anymore. We're just at that point in time when really a lot of people enjoy us, that they want to fucking send us graphics all the time. It's actually amazing. I love it so much, because I'll get like a banner every couple weeks from some random person, and it's an awesome way to kind of run your graphics team, because you don't need a full on graphics team, especially because none of the leaders of Obey are that familiar with designing, because a lot of the leaders have never really went into graphics before. I think Agony might have. I'm not really too sure, because all I know is that Agony's an editor. I don't know if he went into designing, but Rated was the leader for designing. So if we still had him, I would talk more about that, but honestly we don't. So we're not that familiar with it anymore, and it's going to be harder for us to recruit any graphics members. So besides that, usually the members in the team aren't cool with it. Like I was talking about before, members usually like to have their team as kind of their own team. Like, they like it as something a little bit more comfortable, just to be in their team and not have anyone else fuck with it. And especially when you're recruiting someone like a PS3 member or someone like a throw knife trick shotter, they don't really understand why you would do that, and they get kind of pissed off. Like, I know a lot of leaders out there that have tried to implement these certain teams, but they cannot, because the members just kind of stop them in their tracks and they say, you know, we don't need this, why are you even doing this? And obviously the leader's response, they can't say that much because they don't want to say that they're trying to gain more subscribers. They don't want to say that because then the members are going to think that they're like sub whores or something. They're going to think that they're trying to gain more views when they don't want them to. So it's no big deal, but I personally think that a lot more people should be open with these other groups. I don't know why people don't like recruiting PS3 players, but it's definitely something that could help your team out quite a bit. It could also hurt your team, because if you think about FaZe, if they were to recruit a PS3 player and upload their episode, it would probably get a lot of likes, and that's definitely true, but it would also get a lot of dislikes, and that's one of the reasons why the leaders are not very much into doing that, because the FaZe has been doing so well just on Xbox lately that they don't really need to recruit PS3 players. So a lot of people don't think that it's going to help out that much. Like, quite a few leaders out there, and you know who I talk to. I talk to quite a few leaders, but if you're watching this right now and I talk to you, you know that I've also asked you quite a few questions, and I'm pretty sure 100% of them told me that they don't think it's going to help out that much with their team. And that's completely true. I can understand where they're coming from. I don't think that it's not going to help out, but at the same time, you know, if you do all this work in implementing this team, and especially when other members aren't cool with it, and it just doesn't help out that much, then it's kind of like a waste of time. It's a waste of work, basically. And also, you're just using up your time on something that could be used up on making your team better as an Xbox trick shotting team. Like with SB, Sway's not too familiar with sniping, I should say, and he's just not that familiar with it, so he doesn't want to bring that team to SB, especially because SB is the biggest trick shotting only team. So, like I said, guys, I support this. I support people going to other groups, but I'm trying to give you guys some of the explanations, I should say, for each and every one of these teams, not bringing these certain groups, like throwing knife trick shotters or PS3 players, or even graphics and sniping teams have not been brought to certain teams, and even trick shotting teams. Like Darth doesn't have a trick shotting team. Darth had a trick shotting team, but once Darth noticed that a lot of their subs did not want trick shotting, then they just stopped it. They didn't want that anymore, because I think their first trick shotting team episode made like a ton of dislikes, and they didn't want that. They didn't want their subs getting pissed off. So you're only limited to what your subscribers allow you to do, and it's completely true. You know, I can't upload certain things to my channel. Like, I can't fucking upload fake clips to my channel. Trust me, I don't think any trick shotting channel can do that. And I think there's a lot of channels out there that will like make fun of FaZe and stuff, and they'll upload like these private match clips and stuff, and their subs fucking love it because they personally think that it's hilarious. So you know, there's other limits that you have to set for yourself, especially from your subscribers that you have right now. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like if you did. I've been getting so many requests from this, and I finally did the video, so please just help share it and stuff like that. And if you did enjoy this video, go check out my previous video, which was one of my favorite leading tips ever, really. It's just an insane leading tips. It's on how to recruit players to small teams, especially if you have a small team out there and you're a leader, you're a manager, you're really anyone in it. It can help you out quite a bit, or if you're even thinking of starting up a team. And also check out my mystery video, which is 5 amazing underrated teams. There's some crazy trick shot team montages and some awesome sniping montages as well. So be sure to check that out. I'll see you guys later. Peace.